Hi there, my name is Sonja from Success Fitness. Thank you, Robots, for sponsoring this class. Today we're going to be doing a Yoga Pilates fusion. All you need is your mat. I'm just going to stand right here, nice and even, making sure your feet are right underneath your knees and hips. Palms facing forward. Give yourself a nice deep breath in. And exhaling it out. Letting those shoulders go. You can be your life with me right now. Just take that deep breath, centering yourself, making sure you're evenly standing on each foot. And exhale out. We're going to take a nice deep breath, reaching it up this time. And exhaling it out, bending into those knees. And again, sweeping it up. And exhale, sweeping it down. And again, inhale, reaching it tall. And exhale down. And again, inhale, reach. And exhale out. One more time, inhale up. And exhale, let's keep those hands down beside you this time. Give you some nice big rotations. Getting those elbows in there, rotating it all the way back. 3, give me 2 more, nice and big. 1 more. Good work. And let's rotate them forward, nice and big. Get those elbows in there, making it a little bit bigger. Right? Just, again, trying to really center yourself in the now. This is all what matters right now. Okay, tune in with your body. And holding it right here. We're going to balance on one leg only. We're going to rotate one knee all the way open and open that hip right up. And just engage where your balance is. 2. And again. 3. Good. And again. 4. Excellent. One more time. 5. Good, let's hold it right here. We're going to stand on your right foot only this time. Left knee, nice big rotations. 1. Good, and again 2. When I lift my knee, I'm using my core muscles as well. Right, so it's not just my hip. And push 2 more. Awesome, 1 more time. And release, shake it out. We're going to go right to the end of your mat. We're going to go right into a sun salutation. We're going to start with a couple forward folds. Inhale, reaching it tall. Forward fold. Hold it right here. Let your head go, let your shoulders go. Rolling it all the way back up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. Inhale, reaching it tall, nice little back bend. Hinging it forward, forward fold. Let yourself just dangle, let your head go, let your shoulders go. Rolling it back up. Arms come out to the sides, pressing the palms together. Exhale into your heart. We're going to add on. Inhale, reaching it back. Exhale, hinging it forward. This time we're going to touch the ground. Soften the knees if you need to. Step your right foot back. High lunge position. You want to get your front ankle, knee, and hip aligned. Opening up the chest, just looking in front of you. Back stays nice and flat. We're going to take your front leg, stepping it back into your plank position. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Belly button pulls in nice and strong. Dropping to the knees into your child's pose, arms extended. Digging those elbows in, scoot your nose forward, up dog. Rolling the shoulders down your spine. Just be gentle, we're not that warm yet, right? So we're not going to force anything. We never want to force anything. There should be no discomfort, pain. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Nice little V position, head going right through. Press those heels down towards the mat. Knees pulling up into your thighs, opening it up from your armpits. Head going through. Right leg steps forward, high lunge position. So on the other side, Fingertips are lined with your toes. Back leg is nicely extended. Back is nice and flat. We're going to step that left leg in as well. Forward fold position, letting yourself just angle. Nice and slowly rolling it up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, reaching it up back into your forward fold. Left leg steps back. High lunge position, opening the chest. Right leg steps back into your plank, spreading those hands, evenly pressing into your palm. Dropping to the knees, child's pose. Digging those elbows in, scooching those forward, up dog, opening the chest, rolling the shoulders down your spine. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Pressing those heels down, head going right through, realigning if you need to. Tailbone up towards the ceiling. Left leg steps forward, high lunge position once again, nicely aligned. Always think joint over joint over joint. So ankle, knee, hip. Step the back leg in, forward fold. Nice and slowly rolling it up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. And again, inhale, reaching it up. Back bending it just so slightly. Back into that forward fold. We're going to come right down to the mat and we're going to have a seat. We're going to have a seat cross-legged. Hold it right here. One hand goes to the outside, reaching it up and over. Stretching right from the lats. Let's switch to the other side. And again, switch. And again, reach away, right? And really try to reach those fingertips away from you. Let's do 4 more. Reaching it away. Good, 3 more. Last 2. 1 more. Feels great, doesn't it? We're gonna have our hands on top of the knees. We're gonna do a small little cat and cow. We're gonna round into the spine, exhale, and inhale, opening the chest. And we're going to use the knees to sort of press against. And again, exhale, rounding. And inhale, releasing 2. Give me 2 more. Exhale. And inhale, warming up that spine. 1 more, exhale. And inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Let's rotate, look over your shoulder. And again, rotate the other way, 2. And again, rotate. One more time. Rotate. And back to the center. We're going to have our hands just in front of you. Let's walk them forward as far as you can go. And then forward folded. And coming all the way back up. Perfect. We're going to turn it over and we're going to lay on your back. We're going to start with your core today. And then we're going to move into a little bit of core, a little bit of yoga, mixing it up. We're going to hold it right here. We're going to set up your core. So your feet can tuck in a little bit closer for this. Your knees, ankles, and hips need to be aligned. We're going to keep our hands just down beside your hips. Pelvic tucking it under, nice and small. And releasing it. So we're just going to do pelvic tucks, warming up through the lower abdominals. Exhale and inhale. And again, exhale and inhale, yeah. And again, 4. Don't forget to breathe. Pull that belly button in. And again, 5. And release. And again, 6. Good. And release. Let's do 4 more. Keep your knees stable. And release. 3 more, exhale, and release. Last 2, and release. One more time. And release. Good. We're going to get ready for a full bridge. So we're going to keep your ankles and knees aligned again. Try to get your heels as close as you can towards your glutes. Your knees are aligned. Pelvic tuck under, one vertebrae at a time, coming off the mat like a zipper, right to the center of the shoulder blades, and try to reverse that zipper, one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to touch is the tailbone, and then letting it go. And again, exhale. Inhale, moving a little bit quicker through this. And again, internally, we're going to massage through those organs. 3. And again, exhale, my knees stay nice and stable. 4. Right, so internally massaging, your core is working. 5, working through the spine. And again, exhale. 6. And release. And again, exhale. 7. Right, nicely massaging the lower back. And again, exhale. 8. 2 more. 9. Good. And stay stable. One more time. And release. We're going to walk our feet just slightly away. Arms extend above the head. Pelvic tucks under. Rolling it up into a seated position. Good. Holding it right here. If your feet are too close, it's going to be too difficult. So walking them out just so slightly. We're going to do a roll down. So basically, we're going to come back down where we just came from, just not quite as far. Okay? So when we're going down, we're going to pelvic tuck under. So really trying to tuck the tailbone, one vertebrae at a time. Go just below the shoulder blades. And up we go. Right? So that's a little bit of a teaser. We're not quite going down. Take it all the way down, 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 down. Just to there and then right back up. Control it. Yes? You want to make it a little bit harder, right? So we're going to go down, pelvic tuck. Arms extend just to the shoulders. And back up. The shoulder blades should not be touching. Right? So the higher my arms are, the harder this is going to be. So starting from here, rolling it under. Arms come a little higher. And back up. 3. Okay? And again, 4. And back up. 5. And back up. We don't want to go all the way down. 6. And back up. Good. 4 more. Do what you can. Don't go as low if that's too uncomfortable. 3 more. If it's too difficult, right, only come as low as you can. You just don't want to rest back down. Last 2. And up. Last one. And back up. Good job. We're going to slide our hands behind your knees. We're going to be sitting on the meaty part of the bum, leaning back into a V position. So we should already feel the core somewhat engaging here. We're going to get your feet off the ground. Let's hold it. Okay, engaging through the core. Boat pose. Arms extend if you can, or keep them behind your knees. Let's hold it right here. Now let's try to get your knees coming a little closer, and let them push out, just so slightly. 2. Good. And again, 3. If that's too hard, don't do it, right? And just stay in your boat. 4. 5. 6. 7. Still with me? 8. 9. Last one. And 10. Good. Coming nice and upright. Giving that lower back a little bit of a breather. We're going to take both hands behind you. We're going to keep those hands right underneath your shoulders. If this is uncomfortable, you can also get your hands to come out a little bit. So see where you're at. You want to really retract those shoulders down and up. Get those feet a little bit closer in. We're going to lift your hips up and down 10 times. Ready? All the way up as high as you can. 1, tapping it lightly down. And again, 2, tapping it down. And again, work through those shoulders. 3, good. And again, 4. Exhale out. 5, my ankles are aligned with the knees. 6, right? So making a nice little table. 7, good. Opening it right up on the way up. 8, excellent. 2 more. Ooh. Last one. Ooh. And release, good. We're gonna go back to those roll downs. Feet are walking out. We're gonna do 2 rounds of this, right? So shoulders down and back, hands go in front of you. Just rolling it down below your shoulder blades. Ready for 10. Down we go. 1, and back up. And again. 2, and back up. Right, so we're not quite coming down, we're resisting it. 3. Think 1 vertebrae at a time. 4. And lift. And again, 5. Right, so I'm moving it a little bit quicker. And push. 6. And lift. And notice when I come down, my legs go a little bit straighter, right? 7. And lift. Good. Let's do 3 more. And lift. Come on. I want to feel these tomorrow, right? 2. 1 more time. And extend. Good job. Hands go behind those knees. And again, if you have a lower back that's not quite as strong, just start really small, right? Don't go as big. Hands go behind your knees. We're going to be sitting on the meaty part of your bum. Feet come off the ground, leaning back into your boat pose. Arms extend. Knees go in and out. Ready? 1, 2. Keep it small. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Good work. Hands go behind. And again, hands a little bit more out versus in, depending on your shoulders. Feet walk in a little bit closer. Ankles, knees, and hips are aligned. Shoulders down and back. Open that chest up. All right, lifting those hips for 10. 1, and down. And again. 2, good. And again. 3, looking good. 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. 3 more. 8. Don't forget to breathe. 9. Last one. And 10. Good. Legs go right in front of you, sitting nice and upright. Give yourself a nice deep breath, reaching it tall into a forward fold, stretching through the lower back. Coming nice and upright, we're going to take your right foot, stepping it over your left leg, hugging the knee in nice and snug. We're going to rotate, looking over your shoulders, stretching through that lower back and hip. More of a hip stretch. But when the hips are tight, the lower back will tend to feel tight. It's like a big connected chain. And release. Crossing the other leg over, hugging the knee nice and tight. Keep your back nice and straight. Rotate, looking over your shoulder. Don't forget to breathe. Big, deep breath in and out, looking over that shoulder. Feel that rotation in the spine. And release. We're going to come over on all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. Spreading those fingers, making sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Tuck your tailbone under, exhale. Rounding it into that cat stretch. Inhale, releasing it into the arch. If you're more tight in the mid-back, focus on the rounding, being more at the mid-back point. And releasing it. If you're tighter in the lower back, push your hips a little bit more towards your heels. Not a lot, just a tiny bit to get a little bit more into that lower back. And then releasing it, pressing yourself back in the arms. I prefer this way. Exhale, 3. Try different ways, right? A lot of times it's not necessarily right or wrong with some of these moves. It needs to be your move. It needs to feel good for your body. 4. And release. And 5. And release. Good. 6. And release. You're doing awesome. 7. And release. You should feel nice and warm in that core. 8. And release. Good. 2 more times. And release. 1 more time. And maintaining that arch position, tucking your toes under. We're going to put all your weight evenly into each hand, lifting up from the tailbone, downward dog. Head going right through. Think about you have a string attached to the tailbone. We're going to lift one heel stays down. We're going to alternate walking dog. Let's go. 1, 2, get your hips in there a little bit more. 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, feels amazing. And 10, pressing both heels down, walking your hands and feet together into a forward fold position. Letting yourself chest angle here. We're going to keep your feet right underneath your hips. We're going to squat down. Try to keep your fingertips still on the floor. Looking in front of you and straightening those legs out 1. And again, squat looking in front of you. And head towards knees. And again, 3, try to get those legs as straight as you can. 2 more, 4. Last one, 5. We're going to hold it right here. We're going to step a little bit wider. We're going to come back into a squat position, just like what we're doing. Fingertips are down. And this time I want you to push those elbows to the inside of those knees. And if you can, hands go into a prayer. Keep your chest lifted. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to open up through my adductors a little bit more. Let's hold it. Keep your weight evenly into your feet so we're not feeling this in your knees. Look up. And look down. And look up. And look down. 1 more. Up. And look down. Let's hold it right here. Hands go back down towards the floor. Up into that forward fold. Both feet come back together. We're going to take your hands on top of the knees. We're going to come halfway up. Your torso is in parallel position to the floor. Reaching those arms up in the front of your head. Laterally out to the side. And back to the front. Notice I soften my knees here a little bit. Out lateral. And back to the front. And again, 3. And front. 4. Try to keep your arms raised in alignment with those shoulders. And again, 5. And again, 6. 7. Good. 8. Feel this in your hips, not your lower back. 9. 1 more. And 10. Coming back into a forward fold, straightening those legs, cross your arms over. We're just going to go side to side, over to the outside of one leg, over to the outside of the other leg. Good, shifting it back over and over. We're going to keep those arms hooked together. And we're going to do one big circle from here. So we're going to rotate. Your right elbow goes towards the right knee. Your left elbow is gearing towards the ceiling, making a big circle all the way down and back around to the front. Let's do it again. All the way up and all the way back down. Good, and again, big circle. Only go as big as you feel comfortable. 3, and back down. Let's do 2 more this direction. 4, use those core muscles. And back down. 1 more. 5. Keeping it nice and snug to your arms to the head and hold it right here, opposite direction. So left elbow to the left knee. So we're opening it up and then leading with your right elbow up towards the ceiling, like you're creating a nice big circle, and then coming all the way back down, 1. And again, rotating and leading with that one elbow, 2, and back down, right? So again, make it as big or small as you need to, 3. Use those core muscles. And back down, 2 more, 4. That core should be nice and warm, that midsection. Last one. Holding it right here, let those arms go. Rolling the shoulders back, nice big shoulder rolls. Inhale, reaching it tall. And exhale out. And again, how we're feeling. Inhale up. And exhale out. Give me one more. Inhale, reaching it tall. And exhale, holding it right here. Slide those hands down to the knees. We're going to hold it. Little cat and cow here. Tuck the tailbone under. And release. Good. And again. 2. And again. 3. Good. 2 more. 4. Last one. 5. Good. Holding it right here. We're going to step your right foot forward into a high lunge position. Your left leg goes back. I'm going to hold it right here in that lunge position. Torso is nice and upright. We're going to hold it in that nice static stationary position. We're going to get our arms straight up to the ceiling. Palms facing forward. And we're going to do a nice little lat pull down. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades back and your elbows back. 1, and reach. And again, 2, and reach. If you're unclear, it's right here. And pull. 3, and reach, yeah? And again, 4, and reach. One more time. 5, hold it right here. Right arm stays up. Nope, left arm stays up. Right arm goes down. And we're going to lean laterally to the side. And hold it for 4, 3, 2. Back to the center, drop your back knee down. Low lunge position, point your toe back. Hamstring stretch, sit back in the heel, flex the foot end, leaning forward. If you can sit down on the heel, that's totally fine. Don't go as low. The more we flex that foot, the more of a stretch we're going to get in those hamstrings, leaning forward into it. Nose to knee and releasing out of it. We're going to hold into the front, plank position, hands underneath your shoulders, feet go behind. We're going to get a nice straight line, shoulders, hips to ankle. We're going to tap your toes out to the side of the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, drop to the knees, child's pose. Coming all the way forward, lowering your torso down. Hands down underneath your shoulders, retreating those shoulders down into a cobra. Cobra can be very small. Cobra can be a little bit bigger. See what you can do, but don't have your shoulders forward, pull them back. Looking over your right. And looking over your left. And again, looking over your right. Don't come up as high. You can also be on your elbows. And over to your left. Back to the center, lowering it back down. Press yourselves into a child's pose. Arms fully extended, nice and long extension through the lats. Back up on all fours, tuck your toes under, arching through that lower back, downward dog. Left leg steps forward, high lunge position. Arms come up. Palms facing forward. Lat pull downs we go. 1 and up, just like what we did on the other side. Now we're on the other. 2, 3, good. 2 more. Bend that back leg. 4, 1 more. 5, holding it right here. Right arm comes down, leaning over to the left, and hold for 4, 3, 2, back to the center, dropping down to the knee, into your hamstring stretch. Leg extends in the front, we can just hold it here, or if you can, drop it right back to the heel, flexing that foot, leaning forward into it. Good job. Chest to knee. Releasing it back up, plank position, hands go underneath your shoulders. Feet go back. Nice alignment, tap your toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep it nice and sturdy. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it right here, drop to the knees, child's pose. All the way down your belly. Hands down underneath your shoulders. Shoulders retract down, mini little cobra, or coming a lot higher, and looking over the shoulder for 4, and 3, and 2, I love this one, and 1, and back to the center, all the way back down, into that child's pose, pressing it back up, sitting into those heels, arms fully extended, head right down on the mat. Inhale, exhale out. Right back up on all fours. We're going to step your right foot forward, high lunge position. So taking the knee off the mat. This time I want your back leg extended, not bent. We're going to slowly come up on top of that right knee, getting that torso nice and upright. Good. Reaching it up, pushing the palms together, prayer. Holding it right here, rotate torso out towards me. Keeping that leg nice and low into that stretch. Good job. Hold the balance. Back to the center. Hands go down towards the floor. We're going to step your back foot a little bit closer in so that we're able to straighten that front leg, pyramid stretch, nose to knee. So we're going to get that nice V position, nice and stretch. Step it together, forward fold. Give it a little break. Head dangling down, letting it go. We're going to stay on the same side. So your right foot's still forward, left leg steps back. High lunge position, coming right down back into it. Hands go back on top of that right knee, opening up your torso. Arms reach up, pushing the palms together, prayer. This time your left elbow goes to the outside of that right knee, opening up those elbows and looking up towards the ceiling. Or the sky, maybe you're outside. Keep that balance, your ankle should be working quite hard here. Nice and controlled, rotating into it. Taking both hands back down to the mat, step your right foot back, plank position. Dropping to the knees, child's pose. Arms extended. Digging the elbows in, scoot your nose forward into the up dog. Up dog and cobra are a little different. Up dog just means that the hips are lifted slightly away from the floor. Sometimes people go, it looks the same. And pressing it back to the child's pose. Back on all fours, arching through the lower back, tuck your toes under, downward dog.
Feet walk a little bit closer towards each other. Right leg comes up, 3-legged one, and down on the leg. 2 more times. 3, one more time. 4, hold it right here. We're going to step your left foot forward into that high lunge position, and we have to do the other side, correct? Holding it right here. Hands go on top of the knees. Back leg, nice stretch in those hip flexors. Arms up, pressing the palms into your prayer. Rotate your torso, looking over the side. Hold that rotation. Back to the center. Hands go to the floor. Step your back foot slightly in. Straightening that front leg pyramid, nose to knee. Press your weight in your heel of the front leg, stretching the hamstring. Step your back foot in, forward fold. Same leg stays still forward. Other leg steps back again. Bending into that high lunge position. Hands go back on top of that knee. Keep it nice and low if you can. Use blocks, use a chair if you need to for balance. Arms straight up, palms together, prayer position. This time your right elbow goes to the outside of that left knee. Opening it up, elbow to elbow alignment, looking up towards the sky. Keep that balance. Releasing it back down with the hands. Step that left foot back, plank position. Nice straight line, shoulder to hip, hip to ankles. Dropping to the knees, child's pose. Digging the elbows in, scoot your nose forward. Up dog. Letting those hips lift slightly off the ground. Good job. Back into your child's pose. Awesome. On all fours, tuck your toes under, downward dog. Walking your hands and feet together, forward fold. And again, letting yourself dangle. Let's see where you're at. Just feel a little bit more flexible here. More rolling it up. Shoulders stay down, hands stay down. Shoulders come back. Facing forward. Toes come out to the sides. As far as they can go. Holding it right here. Hands come in the front. Prayer position. Keep your weight in your heels of your feet. Keep your torso nice and upright. Plie it down. 1 and up. And again 2 and up. And again 3. Opening up those hips. Try to keep it out. 4. The more your toes can be out, the better. And again 5. And lift. Good. And again 6. 7. Keep your torso upright. 3 more. 8. Last 2. 1 more. And release. Toes come back forward. Walking them together. Inhale, reaching it up. Back into your forward fold. Walking it back down on all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Nice little balance. So we're going to pull the belly button in. Keep yourself nicely braced in the core. Opposite arm, opposite leg extension. Alternating right, left. Careful not to twist those hips. Point your toes. Ready? 1. Keep everything nice and sturdy. 2. Exhale. 3. 4. 5. Good, nice stretch. 6, it's not a high we lift.
7, it's more about that stretch. 8, 9, 10, keep going. 11, give me 8 more, no twisting. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it right here, dropping down to the elbows. Feet are going to step back into a plank position. You can stay on the feet or drop to the knees. All the way back. Hips come down level to your shoulders and hold. Keep your head in alignment of the spine. So don't drop your head down towards the hands. Keep holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and releasing it. Hands go underneath your shoulders, pushing it back, child's pose. Back up on all fours, dropping it over to one side. Elbow right underneath your shoulder, knees bent, pushing it back. We want your hip and knee aligned. Lifting it up, arm reaches, hold it right here. 30 seconds. If you're more advanced than this, I want both of your legs extended. Make sure your elbow and shoulder is aligned. We don't want you to have your elbow away from that shoulder. Keep holding it for another 15 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. It's easy with the plank to hold your breath. 5 more seconds. And releasing it down. Good job. I'm going to take this to the other side. 30-second hold. Knee goes right underneath. Make sure this is all aligned. Elbows right underneath your shoulder. Ready? Lifting it up. Opening it up. Hold it. You can have both your legs extended. Keep that chest. We don't want to be pushed close. Keep everything nice and open. Keeping it lifted so we feel the obliques working. 15 more seconds. Keep it nice and strong. So close. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, and release. Good work. We're going to come over on your belly. Arms fully extended. Head is going to be looking down towards the floor. Opposite arm, opposite leg extension. Superman from this position. Ready? 1. Again, your head stays in neutral. Don't lift with this. 2, 3, 4. Good job. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Let's hold it right here. We're going to bend one leg. If you can, we're going to take your hand behind and grab that foot. Okay, let's see how you do with this. If you can grab it, you can have a strap or a belt, right, to help you, a towel, but that's a lot. Towel is a lot of material. We're going to open up the shoulder a little bit further. So with your extended arm, we're just going to push ourselves against it a little bit more. Now press that foot against those hands, opening out through the shoulder and quad. Squeeze the glute. Good job. And releasing it down. Opposite foot, opposite hand. Opening it up. Lifting the knee just slightly off the ground. Squeeze your glutes and push the hip into the floor. Press the foot into the hand so we can open up the shoulder a little further. And releasing it. Hands slide back down underneath your shoulders into your child's pose. We're going to walk your hands over to one side into a C shape. Your top hand is doing all the work. My inside hand is just helping support. So if I'm moving over to the left, my right lat and right arm is stretching. Taking it back to the center and over to the other side. Right hand is supporting, my left arm is reaching away. So really trying to stretch through those lats. Chest going right down towards my thigh. And back to the center. Head stays right down on the mat. Give yourself a nice deep breath in. Exhaling it out. Walking your hands back up. Good job. Let's have a seat. Crossing those legs, shoulders down and back. What I'd like you to do is, if you have the time, to stay here for another good 5 minutes or longer. Close your eyes. And exhale out. Relaxing through the shoulders. Move your head around. If you need a pillow to sit on, if you need a chair to sit on, if it's easier for you to just lay on your back, you can totally go back to lying on your back. But I want you to spend the next 5 minutes just doing some nice deep breathing. And try to take as much time on the inhale and the exhale. So I'm going to count 4 inhales. Then I want to do a 4 exhale. And 4 is not very long, so I usually suggest an 8-second count. And then an 8-second count, letting go. So just as slow. And if you can actually do an inhale for 1 whole minute and then exhaling it, that's fantastic. So maybe work on that as your homework. And thank you for joining me today. My name is Sonja with Daisy from Success Fitness. And thank you, Laura Rhodes, for sponsoring this class. And I will see you again tomorrow.